Okay, so if you subscribe to the free registration, you'll be able to see this. This is a spreadsheet with all the positions that we use for our study. If you're into AI models, you could use it too and see if you could improve it. So we have all the inputs here, and what interestingly this shows is columns P, R, and T. P is if you just did a simple system and you bought the same of everything. Well, you wouldn't do that well. You'd only get 0.31%, which is not what you want. If you got R, which is a non-weighted, just the same position of each, you'll get a respectable 18.6%, very respectable. And then if it's weighted positions, which this shows the weighted position, you can get it up to 23.4%. And here's a graph that shows you, how it performs over time. And as you'll see, that all this data to the right allows this graph to be produced. We've got all the information of how every price changed every subsequent day for the next 300 days. So that's why we're able to plot this. Okay, so as you'll see, it does provide decent returns when you're getting up to day 200. And it does smooth it out, but still concerning, as we've explained before, is this sort of underperformance at the beginning. And this is a long short portfolio and this is just based on a long portfolio. So really, if we just took the long positions, as well as the highest rated positions, we can have a look here, and this spreadsheet allows us to do this pretty easily. So we just find the prediction column, which is here. These are the predictions. This is what AI basically outputted. You feed in the inputs and it provides the outputs. So if I was to say the highest predictions, now the highest predictions are actually where it's greater than, say, 25. This is through a bit of experimentation. As we'll see, we've got 73 positions here. So I thought 70 was about a decent number, and then this graph will show us what we get. Yeah, it very much near enough matches the SPY, but interestingly, it doesn't dip as much. Now that's a really interesting thing, and I mean, the only way that I can think of explaining it is you're buying things, after they've dipped a bit, after they've taken a bit of a hit. So it's maybe how we get the better performance. Maybe Warren Buffett's principle can be sort of semi-proven by this one graph. Right, so then we're getting good performance there. Yeah, when we get up to 200, we're getting up there. So we really are outstripping it. And plus, it would be easier to stay in your positions, if you're not experiencing such shocks. It says a lot more. It's definitely better for you psychologically if you have a smoother curve. Seeing that happen to your portfolio is not very nice, I can assure you, and a lot of you have probably been in that position. So this is one way to try and semi-avoid this. Probably the Warren Buffett principle is useful in this occasion, plus the AI. So what we can also do is we can have a look at, say, the lowest predictions. Okay, this is where we would short. So how do we do? Yeah, interestingly, you're losing out initially as the market just is on a tear, in the run up to COVID. But then actually, interestingly, look at that. Just even as the market's still going up, obviously something's happening and some things are starting to drop. And then it really ramps up. And interestingly, it takes till about here until the short trades, some of them starting to recover. It's quite a bit of it. It's weird, that you're still getting that sort of return in the shorts even after the SPY is recovering. And this is probably just as we see that some stocks are still losing. Like maybe the cruise liners and whatnot. But certainly the growth stocks, started to really return, the S&P going up. So that just shows you just what's happening there. So likewise, if you just for example the shorts and the longs. So just go greater than 25. It's a good chart. Okay, and we have the best of both worlds really. Still a wee bit underperformance there, but a very, very steady lineup, that's for sure. But like myself, I mean, for my pension, that's where the bulk of my money is. Self-invest it. It's just like the 401k you have over in the USA. I'm on a long-only portfolio, so that provides the returns that you saw before. So as you can see, this is a spreadsheet. You can download it. It provides all the returns over the days. As you'll see, day 10 is at zeroed out. Okay, so that's if you trade on day 10, and then it's really the results after day 10. So you can have a look at that if you want, which is quite interesting.